Honorable and esteemed people of the United Kingdom, you can see the date. You can see today is the 14th of September 2021, and I'm at home. I've been home all day and I haven't gone out for the last 10 months. And you can see this is BBC News HD, which is coming, which is on 14th September. The time is 1:14 at the moment. I have a delivery coming to me of DPD today in the afternoon. They've said between 15:26 and 16:26, which is between 3:26 as well as 4:26. So 1 hour slot they have given, and so the DPD will be delivering the delivery of exotic store, which is of food, etc., and so on and so forth. And I'm showing you that I'm at home, and I'm going to show you this delivery that is going to be delivered because this case is very hot and there is foul play to the extreme, which is completely unbelievable. And no wonder there's been a Parliament's inquiry embedded in black and white in the book of Martin Short inside the Brotherhood. You can see here, which says that nothing undermines public confidence more than the knowledge. I can show you the page straight here that you can see here is the Parliament's inquiry. Okay, I'll take the book down because it's not showing it properly there. But here is the Parliament's inquiry. And and I need to focus it now. It is focused, and you can see that nothing undermines public confidence more than the knowledge that some public servants are members of the secret society whose sole aim is mutual self-advancement in wrongful column of mutual support for self-greed of career advancement or materialistic gain of cash or kind. And you can see how the police is charged for being in organized crime along with the other public services involved in the corruption, in the network of corruption, which is right here, and how they break people's careers and break people themselves, etc. And of course, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. But the main thing is that I'm going to show you that this is my home. And so you can see that I'm at home, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to receive the delivery, and I haven't been out for the last 10 months. And you can see that was my bedroom, and this is my kitchen. And so I'm just cooking this lentil in here, which is there's a bit of steam in there. And then you can see this is, you've seen the bedroom, and then you can also see this is the, I can switch on the light of this one as well and show yourselves. Here it is. So that is Publicity is the very soul of justice, and crime pulps in the dark. So I'm at home, and you can see that right here. And Media Law by Jeffrey Robertson and Andrew Nicol. We can see that Media Law by Jeffrey Robertson and Andrew Nicol, which says publicity is the very soul of justice and crime pulps in the dark. So that is the open justice principle of British law, which is giving out the advice to the people of the United Kingdom that publicity is the very soul of justice. It's very interesting how the but it's showing Media Law by Jeffrey Robertson and Andrew Nicol very clearly. And now you can also see many other things in here very clear. Yeah, once you have tapped on it. So that is what it is, the open justice principle of British law. You can see publicity is a very soul of justice. Its keenest spur of exertion is the surest of guards against improbity. It keeps the judge trying himself, trying under trial, and that the evidence and the argument should be known to the people of the United Kingdom to make up their own mind that British law is public scrutiny, and that all public servants are under public scrutiny. And so that is the way it is, open justice principle, and that it deters perjury, and it also deters judicial misconduct, which is right here on page 20. So that is giving you the heart of the matter. And I'm going to make it short and sweet, and I'm just going to send it off to yourselves. And here you can see, which says that your exotic order will be delivered, which is the exotic store, which is an Indian store with lentils and Indian pickles and Indian veggies, etc. And of course some of the juices, it will be delivered between 15:26 and 16:26, which is nearly half, between 3:30 and 4:30. So 3:26 and 4:26, between that, on the 14th of September 2020, which is today. And here is the text of the DPD, that it will be delivered between 15:26 and 16:26, which is on the 14th. You can see here quite clearly 14th of September 2021. So that's been made big as well. And I can also show yourselves the contents of what is coming in here. And of course, this is in the email inbox of the email as well. You can see that one. And plus, I can show you the contents of this thing, because I have sent them on the WhatsApp as well this morning. And here you can see from the email. And so this was said yesterday that it's coming on the 14th of September. You can see again 14th September. Today is 14th September. And then this is exotic store, and you can see the contents here are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. So they are in 10 pages. So they are in here, all the Indian pickles, etc. And then you can see again that this is the time is 1:20 p.m. So I'm telling quite in advance. It's being sent to 44 people on the iPhone messages, as well as to 9 friends on the WhatsApp. Publicity is the very soul of justice, and crime pulps in the dark, and they are misbehaving to the extreme. It's a children's custody case where my husband is the beneficiary on the deaths of my sons after my death, and the judges made the bogus court order of divorce. He's been remarried to another woman for the last 25 years. He has another son from the other marriage too, but he has both my sons for the last 25 years. The divorce has never taken place. He's the beneficiary on the deaths of my sons after my death. And these judges, the Freemasons, in the book of Stephen Knight, the Brotherhood, have been charged to arrange the robbers and murderers along with the police, and then the rest of the system in aiding and abetting these murders in public services. The corruption is enormous. And of course, politics of judiciary also says that media and the political system should stand up for the rights of the people, and the justice can only prevail if they stand to check the amend whatever breaches of the law are made. Should you can see here in politics of the judiciary, and I shall go straight into showing you the conclusion, which is saying that it is for the media to publicize. You can see here that far more than the judiciary, our freedoms depend on the willingness of the press, politicians, and others to publicize the breach of these freedoms, and on the continuing vulnerability of ministers, civil servants, the police, and other public officials or powerful private secretaries to the accusations that these freedoms are being infringed. In other words, we depend far more on the political climate and the vigilance of those members of the society who, for a variety of reasons, some political and some humanitarian, make it their business to seek to hold the public authorities within their proper limits. So when they exceed their proper limits, and then they change their allegiance, duty, loyalty, and responsibility from law to crime, because Freemasonry is charged formally in the Parliament's inquiry to be an unlawful society with an unlawful oath. You can see here on page 187 that when Parliament passed the Unlawful Societies Act, it outlawed all organizations, the members of which are required to take an oath not authorized by the law. And this description fitted Freemasonry perfectly. So it is an unlawful organization, and that there is nothing called merit and justice in Freemasonry. It's all about due subordination. It's right here on page 186. And that it is sedition, willful defiance of the law. You can see here that Freemasonry is a seditious force of British society, distorting the decisions of the state, against the populace at large. Page 188 in Martin Short, Inside the Brotherhood. And that it is a hierarchy, it is institutional racism, which is again on page 187. On top of it, you can see. And do not miss that the judges are top Masons. They are into insider trading. Many of them, the High Court judges, many of them are into Freemasonry insider trading is illicit business. It's a criminal and immoral and illegal world. You can go to see that and confirm that in insider trading is defined in the International Register Soros and 356 and so on and so forth. So you do have a fair and a good idea of what this is all about. And so I'm going to send this off to 44 friends on the WhatsApp, as well as to and of course showing you again the date and time. You can see it is 14th of September, and it is the live House of Commons that is coming on BBC at present, and that's the way it is. And thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.